To Diana Winston and Michael Perricone. That was amazing music and visual to go with that meditation. Okay. We're going to take a moment to tune into the next laptop and our next speaker as we explore not only what's happening as we tune into ourselves and into our bodies, but into the collective here and into our senses and who we may possibly be. Our next speaker is going to explore what we can look like as superheroes, all of us. Dana Klisanin, has a PhD in psychology, and she came last year to share her vision of the Cyberhero League, which is one way to explore digital altruism, looking at the positive expressions of human behavior, both on the internet and indirectly how it creates superheroes in this space. We're going to hear just a few minutes from Dana on the Cyberhero League and a bit on the cyberhero archetype and what it means to bring those best qualities to bear on our work together. Please welcome Dana Klisanin.
Hi, thank you. Let me just coordinate this. I'd like to thank Kate first for inviting me here today to share the progress we've made in designing the Cyberhero League. Basically, I was here last year and I pitched this idea out there about a gaming system for children that enables them to actually embody the cyberhero archetype, which is basically, as was just described, using the internet to act on behalf of other people, animals, and the environment. So this game is designed so that basically the players engage in apprenticeships with nonprofit organizations who are our partners, and basically their goal is to earn the badges of all the nonprofits. It's kind of a metagame, a gamification of gaming. And so they set out on their hero adventure, catching this hero beam of light, which at the end, you kind of lose it here, but it's the logo of the nonprofit organization at the end. And they catch that, and they enter the cyber-heroing world, where they do the various games. Each one of the dots up there represents a certain game, which the C represents community activities. So they do online and offline activities in order to earn these badges. There's a mobile component so that we are trying to get them out interacting in the world with others, and they'll get points for attending events and purchasing green fair trade items. Once they earn the badges, they go on their profile page. You'll see down at the bottom, that's the badges that they would have earned. There's a status, and then there's a community news feed that shows what they've accomplished while they've been playing the game. So, for example, they may have provided a polio vaccine through one of our nonprofit partners, or a number of other charitable contributions. The Cyberhero League also has a hideout, and in the hideout, the players choose, they select a climate zone that they'd like to inhabit, and then they build their hideout in keeping with that climate zone. In doing so, they learn about green architecture, they learn about the climate zones, and we're hoping to teach them about biomimicry, designing in keeping with the natural world. In the hideout, they also have the opportunity to start their own garden, a permaculture garden that's tied back to the nonprofit organization, the permaculture organization. And in doing so, that creates a food source for them throughout the game. So they have to keep their garden up if they're going to have food to sustain them while they earn the other badges. They also can adopt endangered species and take care of them as part of their hideout. Another element of the game is our meta-narrative, or the storyline, that's the spiral world. In the spiral world, the players interact with historic figures across cultures and time periods. This is an educational component that's meant to be fun, and that's still being developed. There's also a market. In the marketplace, the players will be able to shop for socially responsible products. This is the venue where our partners, business partners, would be showcased, basically. And so in that space, the player will buy virtual goods that they can use in the game. So for example, if Patagonia was sponsoring us and the player needed a grappling hook or something to do mountain climbing within the game, they would go into the Patagonia virtual store to purchase those items as a virtual good. Now, children right now are not very empowered to make a difference in the world, and as a psychologist, that's bothered me for some time, because the more that they hear about global warming and many of the other problems facing the world, but at the same time remain unempowered to make a difference, I'm concerned that that could be leading to a condition known as learned helplessness, in which eventually, even once they grow up, they don't feel like they can make a difference because for so long they haven't been able to make a difference. So the way we've structured this is kids actually are big consumers and through their parents are spending a lot of money. So what we're enabling them to do is to give back through playing the games. So 30% of our profits go to the nonprofit organizations via the child playing the game. So the donation doesn't happen unless the child completes the badges and plays the games. Underlying the Cyber Hero League is a research component. Our goal is to promote planetary consciousness in addition to helping to address the global challenges. So in the research component, what we're looking at is self-efficacy, compassion, and altruism. And so at the beginning of the game, the player will log in and there'll be questions that they'll answer in the mentoring, in the historical world. We'll be obtaining data at that time of where their levels are at in these areas. And then as they play the game, later on, the questions will come up again and we'll be able to track their progress. So far, the milestones that we've made since last year include designing the prototype, getting a number of nonprofit organizations and socially responsible businesses on board with us. We also were selected as a winning entry in the World Futures Society Beta Launch Tech Competition this year. And we're getting ready to launch our Indiegogo fundraising campaign. So that happens in October. And basically, we'll then be building more of the game. The website is currently being designed, and you can go to cyberheroleague.com and find out more information, or send us some mail at mail@cyberheroleague.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Jana.